Boop, boop, boop. Hi, y'all. It's Quinn. Okay, here's just an interesting thought. My husband and I, we went to a couples support group yesterday, and one of the topics or questions was talking about abuse that we experienced at some point in our lives and how it affects our relationships with others. And it got me to really thinking about what kind of abuse have I experienced racially? Because I'm black, my husband's white, and my racial abuse that I've experienced affects my relationship with my husband. And one of the things that really came across to me is people were sharing about being beaten by their parents. You know, they're children of the 40s and World War II, and they're used to being beaten for whatever. Um, and and they were like, yeah, it made me stronger. I'm glad my dad did that to me. But I'm realizing there's some sort of dysfunction in holding on to being abused. Um, I'm looking at myself and how I have put my surviving rape on a pedestal, as if this defines me, that I'm a survivor of rape. Um, I'm awesome regardless if I survived rape. I'm learning that now. I think this is kind of like the moving beyond the rape for me. I'm totally fucking awesome. So, yeah. And it's kind of the same thing with racial abuse, because I have held my tongue in rooms of white people who make jokes about being black experience or black on black crime, or they want to use the word nigger in front of me. And for me to hold my tongue and be proud of myself for holding my tongue, for putting up with that shit, that's dysfunctional. That is dysfunctional. And that is racial abuse. It's microaggressions on um, a continuous basis, and it becomes internalized abuse. And it doesn't make it okay for me to internalize this abuse because it affects my relationships with others. I prefer to have open, honest, direct, and loving relationships with people who are involved in my life, especially my partner. I I choose to have a loving relationship with him. And when I'm holding on to abuse that I've experienced, that's kind of like making an armor of self-pity in a way. And when I'm doing that, I'm spending more time nursing that wound than I am being loving and open with my partner, or being open about what my needs are. So it's got me thinking. I know a lot of people are upset because black women are expressing their concerns regarding the Women's March. Or when black women say something that hurts them, we get called divisive. No, we're owning our reality, and we're not allowing our abuse that we've experienced to continue to rule us. That's what you're seeing. Is what I'm seeing collectively when I'm looking at my friends' posts on Facebook and stuff, and I'm looking at what's happening within me. It's that we're choosing to no longer be silent about the abuse we've experienced and be okay with it. And though it may make folks uncomfortable that we're talking about it, we have to. Just like a rapist would be uncomfortable if you confronted him about, hey, I've survived rape. They'll squirm in their shoes. I mean, come on. And it's the same thing for people who've upheld white supremacy, for people who've been silent on racial issues, for people who've collected black people as friends as kind of an armor to say, oh, see, I'm not racist. I know black people, but I say the N-word. Or I don't give a shit about black people or police brutality. I'm a good white person. When you're doing all that, you're supporting the pain that is hurting your black friends. So, that discomfort that white America's feeling, that discomfort that black people like me who've held silence about racial issues just to get approval from our white friends, that discomfort that we're feeling is the result of people beginning to heal. And for me, I look forward to healing. I look forward to letting go of the abuse that I've experienced. And this is racial abuse that I've experienced. I look forward to releasing it. And it may be very uncomfortable when I release it, because comfort for the abusers or people who've supported the abuse has relied upon my silence, has relied on my going along to get along. But now that I'm starting to love myself and to love having open, honest, and connecting relationships with the people who matter most in my life, I have to speak about this abuse. And you may or may not like it, and that's okay. It doesn't make you a good person, doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that you're having to confront those feelings too. So, yeah, I just wanted to express that realization, because as I begin to work my individual healing programs, as I begin to take inventory of my experience in social justice work, and as I really look at having loving and committed and connected relationships with the people who matter most to my heart, it's going to take for me to spend a lot less time comforting those people who don't give a shit about my experience. So, yeah, there's that thought for the day. Till next time. Peace.